Everyone, let's learn about modal verbs. Okay, modal verbs are like helping verbs, auxiliary verbs like is, am, are, was, were. They are actually used to facilitate for suggesting expectations, potential, ability, stamina, obligation, necessity, suggestions. Okay, so modal verbs do not take SES with it. They do not change form, but when we talk about the past, they definitely change form. Okay, like will, would, can, could, may, might, shall, should. Okay, now let's learn about will. Will we use for prediction, willingness. Okay, that you decide to do something. Okay, I'll become a doctor. I think it'll rain tonight, isn't it? I'll visit him tomorrow. Got it. Would also indicates general and repeated willingness in the past. For example, it also talk about it also used to talk about preferences in the present. For example, if you did not leave, I would still be taking care of you. If I were you, I would not do it. In the conditional also we generally use would. Okay, sometimes also we use a kind of a polite request, would you do that for me, isn't it? So now let's learn something more about this. Now let's learn about used to. Would, used to. You might be thinking that they both are same. No, there's a difference in between. Okay, when I was in school, I used to make a lot of sketches. So here used to means you are talking about the past habits. Okay, past action that you used to do but not now. He often used to cry at night without any reason. Okay, now let's talk about can and could. Can is used for ability in the present, stamina in the present, giving and not giving permission. Okay, informal request. Okay, for example, I can walk 5 kilometers. Okay, you can smoke here. Okay, you cannot smoke here. Okay, can you do that for me? Okay, that kind of. Could, same like ability in the past. Okay, you can also use could for polite request. We can also use could for conditional sentences, suggestions. Okay, for example, when I was young, I could walk 5 kilometers. For example, you can also say, okay, it's raining outside, we can't do anything, we can't go outside. We could make samosa at home, isn't it? The way he strangled me, I could have died. Okay, this kind of conditionals you can put. All right, could you please drop me at my home? That's a polite request. Okay, now let's talk about may and might. May and might both used for possibility and probability. It's like weak possibility and strong possibility. It may rain tonight. Okay, and also may is also used for permission. May I come in, sir? Okay, might. Okay, it might happen. Okay, when the level of possibility is weak, you can say that. Okay, it might be so, but I can't guarantee on that. Okay, so now let's talk about should. Should is actually used to talk about your obligation and probability. Like for example, should is also used for advice. For example, you should come home early. Okay, I should visit my parents more often. Okay, you should have reached by now. For example, it's 10 p.m. and you should have reached by now, isn't it? I should have done that. I should have done that. Got it. Now let's talk about ought to and had better, which are close to should, but there is a difference. You ought to come home early. We ought to have taken a taxi. Got it. So that sense you can use, and you can also say like, I had better do that. अच्छा होता कि मैं ये करता. That kind of things you can use. Okay, must is for the obligations. Okay, it's for especially official thing. You must not pull the chain without any reason. Okay, while on the train. Okay, you must take off the shoes before you enter the temple. All right, you must do that. All right, so all in all, you have to look into this sense, the situation of like mood. Then you can use these kind of modal verbs. Little ideas of the uses will definitely help you use the right modal verbs. Okay, thank you.